Today we're moving gently and mindfully with your comfort as our top priority. You'll notice we're not doing any forward folding and twisting in this class. This is intentional, especially during IVF or when you're taking fertility medication. The belly, the womb space can feel bloated, tender, and heavy. So we're going to avoid any compression of this area. So today we're just going to focus on creating space, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and invite a sense of trust into our practice. If you enjoy this class, I'd like to invite you to practice my full IVF series, and you'll find this in my online yoga circle. The link will be in the description box below. Let's start our practice today in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out to the side. If this is too intense, you can take the feet away from you slightly to decrease the stretch, or bring some cushions underneath the knees to reduce the depth. Bring a bolster in behind you. If you don't have a bolster, a few pillows or cushions off your bed will work. And then allow yourself to rest back, opening gently through the chest, through the shoulders. Let the palms rest facing up towards the sky. And just take a few natural breaths in here. Starting our practice just by noticing our current state, noticing our breath, not changing it at this point. Allowing ourselves to arrive in our body and in our practice. Maybe sighing out a few times if that feels good, releasing anything that you've brought to your mat with you. And then we start to modify the breath, breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then breathing out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathing out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathing out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your next breath, bring the chin to chest and use the hands to press the floor away. We come all the way up and over to sit on our bolster. So if you don't have a bolster, again, you can roll up a blanket or use some pillows or cushions. You could even do these seated in a chair if you prefer. So I'm just going to reach the left fingertips down towards the mat and inhale the right arm up and over. I want you to let the left shoulder become heavy and draw down with the right hip, so getting a really nice stretch through the side body. If you want to open the heart a little bit more, you could take that right shoulder and draw it back behind the midline of the body and maybe look up towards that right elbow. Keep the neck nice and soft, reducing any tension here. And then gently release. Draw the right hand back down. We reach the right fingertips towards the floor. Inhale the left arm up and over. See if you can come back to those full deep breaths we started our practice with. You can bring the count back in if you like. Maybe doing the 4 and 6 or extending to 4 and 8. Lengthening out that exhale, reminding our body that we're safe here in this moment. Draw down with that left hip so you've got that counter pressure drawing down and lifting up. Good, and then return the hand down. Just rest the hands on the thighs. As you inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades back and down. And then as you exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale as you open. And exhale as you close. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you close. Good. Come back to sit upright and just bring yourself forward slightly so you're sitting on the edge of your bolster. And then bring the hands down behind you onto the bolster. Gently press into the hands to open up through the heart. If you want to go a little further, you could bring the hands down onto the floor. And then maybe let the head and neck fall behind you. Keep pressing firmly into the palms, into the fingers. Breathing fully into the belly. See if you can soften through the neck and the shoulders. And then come to sit all the way back upright. I want you to bring the left ear now down towards the left shoulder. So getting a really nice stretch down this right side of the neck. If you want to, you could also bring the hand up and over and just apply a little bit of counter pressure. So pressing the hand into the head and the head into the hand. Keep breathing fully into that belly. And then release the left side. Draw the right shoulder down. Maybe adding that little bit of counter pressure. Good, and then gently release the head back to center. Interlace the fingers and press them away as you round through the back. And then inhale as you sit tall, reaching the hands up to sky. And then draw the hands over to the left side. Again, drawing down with the right hip, creating that nice long line. See if you can release the tension through the neck. So maybe rest the head on that left arm. And then inhale back through center. Over to the opposite side, rest the head on the right arm. Draw down with the left hip. Breathe fully into the belly, into the ribs, reminding yourself that you are safe. And right here in this moment is exactly where you're meant to be. Even when the brain wants to tell us that we should be further ahead, maybe that we're behind. Keep reminding yourself that here in this moment, this is where you are. This is where life exists. Inhale back through center. Release the hands down behind you, interlace the fingers. Draw them down until they touch the bolster. So press them into the bolster and then lift the chest, lift the head, look towards the sky. Opening through the chest. Gently release the chin back to center. Release the hands and take the right hand down the back. So you're either going to find the elbow with the left hand, or you're going to reach the hand around and find the fingertips. Gently draw the fingers towards each other and keep opening through the chest. And then you're just going to explore leaning to the left side. And just the upper body rounding forwards, rolling around to the right, and then coming back upright. Let's do this a few more times in this direction. So just exploring the mobility through the upper back and shoulders, maybe releasing some tension that you're holding here. Good, and then reverse in the opposite direction. So feeling free to move through a little baby back bend. If that feels good, leaning the body back. But if it's too much for the belly, so we're having to engage the core as we bend into the back. If it's too much, just come back to center. Good. Release the hands and bring that left hand up and over this time. And then bring that right hand up to the elbow or reach it around behind the back. If you can't quite reach, you can also bring a belt or a scarf between the hands and just hold on either end of the scarf. That will just extend your reach a little bit. And then just as we did before, we're going to lean over to the left side and then take those circles. So you might notice one side is tighter than the other. For me, this is definitely my tighter side. I can barely touch the fingertips. And so taking this roll is increasingly challenging. So just make the movement nice and small if you need. And then reverse in the opposite direction. Good. Release the hands down by your side. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Inhale. And exhale, let them be heavy and draw them down. And again, inhale them up towards the ears. And exhale them down. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Come forward off the bolster and just push it out the way for now. We'll come back to it later. Come into your tabletop with hands under shoulders, knees under the hips, and just take a little rock from side to side. You might like to turn the hands in different directions and explore how that feels moving into the wrists. And then stay here with the fingertips pointing backwards. As you inhale, lift the tail, lift the head. And as you exhale, press into the hands, press into the knees, round through the back. Inhale, lift the tail, lift the head. Exhale, slowly round through the back. Last time, inhale. Good, and exhale. Release the back, release the hands. Let's take the left arm up to the sky and press the floor away with the right hand. And as you exhale, take that left hand under. The shoulder finds the mat, the head finds the floor, and we find our thread, the needle. Gently press into the right hand to press the floor away, looking up over the right shoulder. Keep the weight heavy through the knees. Breathe into the belly. Next breath, take the left hand back to the sky. Press the floor away. Good, and return. Right hand to sky, inhale. Press the floor away with the left hand. And then exhale, thread the needle. Right hand comes under, side of the head finds the mat. Gently press the floor away with the left hand. Good. Inhale, rise that right hand back to sky. Press into the left. And return the hand down. Let's step the left foot forward here. Coming into our low lunge, so keep the back knee grounded and just rock and roll your way forward and back here. So just gently working into the hips. And then come up using that front thigh to come into a kneeling lunge with the hands on the thigh. Lean the weight forward into that left foot. And then inhale the left arm up to the sky, gently reaching it round to that bolster behind you. So see if you can find the bolster with the hand, and then lift the right arm up to sky. Breathing here. And gently releasing the hands all the way down, windmill them down. Find the outer blade of the front foot, coming into the lizard variation here. So again, maybe rocking and rolling, maybe finding stillness, whatever feels better in your body. This time as we lean forward, I want you to pick up the back foot. See if you can inhale that arm all the way up and around and find the foot. If you can't, that's okay. Just reach in that direction. Gently press the foot into the hand, opening through the heart. Maybe letting that left knee fall out to the side. And then gently return the hand down. Let's step that left foot all the way back. Coming to our tabletop, take a few rocks and rolls here to reset. Step the left foot forward, come into that low lunge on this side and just rock forward and back. And then bring the hands onto that right thigh this time. Lean the body weight forward into the right foot, really getting that stretch through the left side here. Maybe even interlacing the fingers on the thigh and pressing the thigh away, starting to get a little bit of a back bend here as well. And then when you're ready, inhale the right hand up this time and see if you can reach it down behind you to that bolster behind you. Keep leaning the weight forward, really increasing the stretch through that left side. Next breath. Come forward, ground those hands back down. Come to the outer blade of that front foot and maybe come back to that rocking and rolling. Lean the weight forward. This time pick up that left foot and the right hand this time might come around and find the left foot. Maybe it doesn't quite connect, that's okay. Just lean into that quad stretch. If it does connect, press the foot into the hand to open through the heart. Breathing here. And then releasing the hand down. Stepping all the way back. This time coming all the way back to child's pose. You may like to bring the bolster back in so that you're actually sitting on the bolster. And then the belly can hang freely here as you stretch the arms forward and rest the head down. Breathing here. If you want to stretch a little bit further through the arms, you could bring the hands to prayer and then bend the elbows to bring them behind the head. Reach the hands back out in front. Coming all the way up, coming up into a kneeling lunge. So bring the knees underneath the hips so that when you come up, you feel strong and stable through the legs. Reach the left heel and then stretch the right arm up to the sky. Chest, gently rise. Bring hands to prayer, roll the shoulders back and down, reset. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. So either with the toes tucked or the toes flat on the floor. Check the knees are underneath the hips. Reaching down to that heel, lift the left arm up to the sky. Breathing here. Bring that left hand back to the chest, rise it back up, hands to prayer. Roll the shoulders back and down. So we're going to go for one more round, either working with one side at a time, or you can bring both hands to find both heels at the same time. So again, you can tuck the toes to make this a little bit easier and bring the floor a little bit closer to you. If you're going into the full pose, reaching towards both heels, lifting the chest, and maybe releasing the head and neck behind you. Keep pressing the hips forward, squeezing the glutes. And then inhaling chin to chest, rolling the shoulders back and down. And then when you're ready, finding your way back to child's pose. Take the knees nice and wide, rest the forehead down to the mat. And breathing here. Good. For our final pose, we're just going to come back up onto that bolster. So bring your bolster back into the middle of your mat. Come and take a seat and bring the feet to the floor. We're coming into our supported malasana. So the feet rest on the floor. Take them as wide as you can. Bring the elbows inside the knees and then find some length through the spine as you press the palms together. So you might need to have a little bit of a wriggle to make this as comfortable as you can first. And then I just want you to imagine this space. So this space in the pelvis, the belly. Maybe you can imagine a glowing ball of light. Maybe there's a color you associate with this space and you can visualize that also. See if you can imagine the energy spinning in this space. Imagining a sense of warmth and vibrancy. Imagining this space as energetic and inviting. Imagine the blood flowing freely in this space. Releasing any tension with the breath. And then see if you can cultivate a sense of love or feeling of fondness for this part of your body. This can be tricky when you're on a fertility journey. So see if you can cultivate those feelings of kindness towards this space in your body. Sending it there. Then I want you to release the hands and release the legs down just to have a comfortable seated position. Rest the palms onto the thighs. Bring that length back into the spine. Inhale the shoulders up towards the ears and exhale them down, softening them away. And then we just return to noticing without changing the breath. Just noticing the body in this state. See if you can find a sense of gratitude for your body in this moment. All that it has ever done and continues to do for you right now, here, today, but also tomorrow. Feel gratitude for this body and the way that it holds you and supports you and allows you to do the things that you want to do. And see if you can bring this sense of loving kindness towards yourself into the rest of your day today. Approaching everything you do with a sense of how can I look after myself best here in this moment? What do I need? Bring the hands to heart, bow down the head. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I am sending you all of my love and hope, and I hope that we practice again together soon. Have a beautiful day.